Hello everybody, I am Brian Mullins the Fox, and welcome to episode 11 of Among the 13,383 Children. In this trauma mini-segment, we'll talk about the psychological impacts of what would have happened to these children. Again, like last episode, they'll never see knives, Christmas itself, and the centerpiece of Christmas dinner the same way ever again. But let's get to the psychological side of that. They'll be afraid of how crazy their parents can be. They'll be afraid of Christmas. They'll be afraid of so much as Santa Claus, Rudolph, Frosty, anything relating to Christmas or anything relating to the phenomenon beforehand that they would have been additional casualties to. The roast game. But outside of that, I've already talked about the psychological, emotional, and statistical impacts of the topic of the roast game. Here's a clip or two.
And now, I will go through the psychological aspect of it all. What would make anybody, in any way, try to attack, shut down, or deride the person or topic that is discussed? Why would it be so controversial that a debating website's very debate and forum page activity will slow down to a crawl? Why else would the phrase conspiracy theorist be used to attack the character of the individual bringing the topic to light? Either to control the narrative surrounding the conversation/situation, or worse, doing that and theorizing your own conspiracy theory at the same time. All of those questions revert back to one simple answer: needless hostility. This type of hostility is similar to what flat earthers hold as quote-unquote grudges towards people that either laugh at other people making fun of their archaic and disproven beliefs, or towards people who utterly dismantle and destroy the already debunked belief of a flat earth. And a needless cover-up, supposedly by NASA and the UN, while at the same time it supposedly dates back to antiquity. No conspiracy is needed to understand why people believe in inane, dumb, thunderously retarded bullshit. And I'm going to continue to degrade in a self-degraded, good-for-nothing idiot who peddles conspiracy theories with the likes of Alex Jones. I've covered and at least noticed the level of hostility, delusion, and just downright cope. A perfect example of the absolute cope over such a thunderously controversial yet incontrovertible fact known as the roast game is Dark Prince in the comment section of a Debate.org debate, the second roast game debate, which was held on November 29th, 2017, and finished up several days later. Going off on tirade after tirade, whining, bitching, and moaning about just imagining a claim as thunderous as this. All the past roast game dramas demonstrate that the political and social climate/environment surrounding the topic of the roast game was one of, and with needless hostility, and false accusations of a conspiracy against the individual, albeit me, bringing this topic to light. The phrase, conspiracy theorist, as I have demonstrated time and time again, is a self-contradictory ad hominem attack/fallacy. I got banned from Debate.org, which doesn't exist and isn't online anymore, with all the rage, hostility, kill yourself comments, and death threats as a perfect example of the toxic environment surrounding me and the topic itself. All of this was just the psychological aftermath of me having discussed or talked about this topic at all. I've had people belittle, harass, and even slander me, accuse me of making money off of art that I don't even fucking own because they were too retarded to understand exactly how the paid promotion option is or works. Because clearly, nobody, let alone Dakota himself, has ever sponsored me to use art commissions of his. None whatsoever. That wasn't his original works in the first place. It was the artists that he commissioned to make art for him. You dumbasses. A lot of stupid people believed that I did hook, line, and sinker. From a fake Jew, a Catholic, an edgelord, and a conservative reactionary who's too retarded to even realize how much of a gigantic hypocrite he is, all the way up until he deletes all the response videos and doesn't even admit everything. I had some conservative teenage asshat try to assassinate my character with conspiratorial talking points. the conspiracy theory narrative, and outright, quote-unquote, no you response videos that fail to even address anything outside of the roast game theory by saying that it's just a theory, and being a disingenuous prick to not just me and my audience, but his quote-unquote audience or lack thereof. All of these are just examples. I don't need to go on any further.